Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Maniacal S10 Shopping Garage. I'm the creator, Mike Howe, ends with the E, and today we're going to give the review on the bit kit that I bought. I want to turn the camera around to where I can show you the information better and you can read it the correct way. I don't have it backwards. And here's the info. I almost forgot to get this information out to you. Tip, nickel, carbon, cobalt, titanium. That's some tough material, especially the carbide in it. So let's dig into this a little further. And once again, to all my YouTubers out there, excuse me, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you all so much. Now to get this started, and if you'll be able to see this, there's two shiny spots, indentations I made with a center punch and a hammer. This is bed railing. Now these holes were made from the factory, more than likely punched in. I feel no rough surface, which tells me they've been punched in. It's all good. So what I do, I put on my steel 1.5" heavy duty top on my vise bed frame, which is high carbon steel. This is some heavy duty carbon steel. And my center punch, and with, just in case, safety goggles and my glasses and eyes, and a ball peen or whatever hammer you have handy that's big enough to do the job, and center punch it. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I followed instructions on these drill bits on the kit, and I messed up some bits. It's not the bit's fault. Here's what happens. I'm going to try to show you somewhat of a example diagram, verbal diagram of how this happened. High carbon steel, the multi-material carbide tip. And as you can see, so get this to focus, you can see it better, hopefully. Come on. There's a chunk out of it. Not good. So I notified Millner and Haufen, send them back and replacement. It's got on a warranty. Here's what happens. I've done the research, and without actually doing this, but this is the best examples I can give you. Carbon steel hammerhead, the same and forged. Well, not this is forged. You never ever want to hit carbon steel, high carbon steel together because they're both the same strength. Something's got to give. And if you can see, there's chips off of the ball peen. This one hasn't been done that way. Hopefully it ever will. Or correction. There's a small chip right here out of it, which I just now saw. So they've both been done that way. Never ever do this, but a whole lot harder or on what you're hammering, because something's going to give and it's going to chip or break. Not good. So, with the directions for the drill bits at high speed, drill press. And I had to experiment with this excuse me, and found out, at least I have to do variable speed to get these bits to work. And after each hole drilled through, I have to sharpen them, just to be on the precautionary side. And eventually I will show you how I do this. I'll give you just a sec. The sharpener goes with the kit. Well, separately, but it's advisable. I suggest you buy this sharpener to sharpen the bits. And it's on a previous video. Now, all the bits I'm using right now for a step down or step up has already been sharpened. But I will show you later in the video how I do it. The damaged or chipped bit, I'm not going to resharpen. I'm going to send these bits back and get my new ones, get these replaced with the new ones. Okay, automotive equivalency. Still billet, solid roller camshaft, or as us guys call it, mechanical camshaft, and the, for back in the day, the steel distributor gear on the distributor for the camshaft to turn the distributor. I don't have any of this. I got a cam, I'm not going to dig it out to do this. It's expensive cam, $357 for this cam, and it's a big one for my project motor. Mechanical roller. You cannot use a hard camshaft and that gear drive for the cam on that distributor together. They'll mesh, yes, but hard steel to hard steel, like the hammers, bit and bed frame, or whatever high carbon steel you're working on with to drill, don't work. Camshaft stays as is. The gear drive on the distributor, change it over to a bronze. It needs a little less lubrication, but still gets lubricated. Just don't take as much. It's like bronze valve guides. Softer material, harder material, and of course, most of the time with race motors, you're tearing them apart and rebuilding them anyway. So swap out parts when you need to. That's how this works. Same equivalence. So let's get this started. Okay. Now, give me a second. I want to get this turned over to the drill press. I'm halfway to the drill press, but I also want to bring to your attention drill bit paste. And here it is. Yes, I use this with the new bits, as you see, and you'll be seeing me use it. It's just an aid in helping in cutting. It works great. Use as needed. And to give you a look at it, doing this one-handed, of course, for now. That's it. Okay. Back to get to the drill press. This is a multi-step process. As I said, I've already resharpened these bits, including the one that's already in the drill press chuck. Here they are. I'd do a 5-step setup, or 6 steps, sorry about that. Got them on the drill press, 6-step. That's what it takes for me, and I've got to change the speeds on these bits. It goes from slow to fast. Smaller they are, the faster I can go. The bigger they are for the bit size, the slower I gotta go. But that's the way it goes for this material, because, as I've said in this video, carbon steel to carbon steel don't want to mix. Once you start seeing it smoke, stop. Let it cool a second or so, and back to some more drill paste, cutting paste, and keep drilling. But you go through the steel slowly. First sign of smoke, stop. Simple as that. And now, let's get this focused. you all will see the entire process. And yes, back to my goggles. So let's get this started. I'm going to do this step process one time because I'm just doing this to show. Okay. Here's my setup. Vice grips, as I call them, welded vice grips, to hold the angle iron to a 2x4, which gives you just enough gap, as you can see, to where it doesn't come out below the 2x4 to give it a rocking motion. And this just stops at the table on the drill press. This will all be done by hand, but don't use gloves, because this chuck, the bit, gets a hold of the gloves and jerks your hand in there. You're in a whole lot of serious trouble. Don't wear gloves. Okay. Now then. It's tedious, it's time consuming. But trust me, it's worth it. You want to get the job done. And furthermore, I'll stay there. Okay, now to adjust my drill press. Sorry I can't show you all of this part, but you will get the idea. The lower on the pulley system, the slower it turns. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe I can do this. Yeah, my drill press is adjustable. I can't show you me adjusting it, but you get the idea. That's the slow speed to the bottom, fast speed to the top. Pulleys are just right side up to upside down to do this. And this shows you, for the ordinary drill bits, the speeds to run them at. And yes, I do run them at these speeds, but I got to adjust it for the drill bit to do it. Okay, here we go. All right. We actually start from the top and work our way down. 3-step to the drill bit, or belt, excuse me. And let's see. Here. Okay, I did have a screwdriver here. I'll get one. Give me just a second. Okay. Tighten up my belt. Don't take much. Oops, okay. Let's give her a test spin. And here we go. Starts to smoke. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I just hold on to the vice grip. Just slow and easy. A little bit of smoke. I shut it off. More paste. Whatever's on there works. Use the paste, at least I use it, every time I go to restart. And you might be able to see, as I tell you, these bits, at this point in drilling process and step process, it does the powder to the few big pieces. The bigger, shiny, shimmier ones is the bigger pieces, but for the most part, it's dust. And so here, let me retighten that bit up a little bit. The bit kit is a bit pricey, but it's well worth it. Warranty backs it all up. Yeah, I messed up X amount of bits on the first time trying this, and I had to experiment, process elimination, and trial and error, test and tune, and research and development. And I managed to get it done. Whoop, no smoke. Like I said, it takes time. Smoke. Depending on the process and the step that you're on, how fast you can go with this and get the job done. Because when the steel you're working with, drilling it, and if it's high carbon, when the heat, it's called thermal reaction. The chemical reaction causes the thermal heat, causes the carbon and other materials to bond closer, tighter, tighten up, and makes it more difficult to cut. So keep it cool as you can. Sharpen the bits, keep them sharp, and do your thing. So the reason why machine shops take so much time of doing this, because it's time consuming. A lot of machine guys that's done work for me, the reason why they're doing it now, and the older guys that done the racing back in the day, went to machine shop work. It's time consuming, but it pays good. And they also want to do a good job for you. And let's dust her off a bit and take a look. And we're over halfway through. Sorry about that. There's actually a pinhole into the 2x4. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to bounce the camera. There we go. The little black speck down in there, if you see it, tells us we're through it. Now hopefully this time around, I just go right on through. I'm not going to do the other hole. That was just with an example. And we're through. That was what I did keep actual count, a correct count, at 6 times, give or take. That's what it takes. It is time consuming, as I said. You might want to bring a lunch dinner with you. Okay. That will get sharpened later. I will show you how I do that. By the instructions. It works. Okay. Over to the table, or my hard table vise. Vise tabletop steel piece. Tabletop. Yeah, I got that tongue twisted, didn't I? Okay, next size up, whatever size you need to start with, but it goes from small to big. So if I get the bit separate from the rest of them. And actually, technically, what it amounts to is another, or different version of a step bit. But these will not cut through this bed frame. I've tried. I've ruined one of these. I'll make another blunt or dead end step bit out of it. But yeah, it at the end of it, this might be it. Yeah, it is. See it. Let me get it to focus. If it will. Now I'm hoping to focus so you can see this. See that shiny spot? There's no titanium left. It skinned it all off. Didn't take no time at all to do it. Softer metal, I'll take the tip off of this and use it as a blunt end step bit. I wish that would focus. I just don't know how to focus it. But as you can see, cutting edge titanium coating is gone. Just that chunk of the edge. Okay, back to this. All right. Whatever size up you need to go. I had 6 sizes, actually ranging from, I'll read these off to you instead of doing it to bits. What I started with to go into 1/8, 7/32, 5/16, 11/32, 13/32 to the half. Like this, you cannot rush. I was hoping to and messed up the bits. I got softer steel that these bits will go right off there like a hot knife through butter. But bed frame, nope. Hard carbon steel, nope. If it takes any more heavier duty special tools, I don't have that. I just have what I have here. Okay, let's see if I got this going right. I come up a little higher. Yeah, you got to keep adjusting this too. Different bits, different lengths. That should do it. Oh, by the way, when I messed up the first 3 or 4 bits, I was getting a horrible vibration. The harmonics was horrendous. Come to find out, where's that bit at? It's over here. Yeah. The vibration is when this got chunked. There you see some of it. This was the one I showed you earlier in the video. The harmonics, when this got chunked, yeah, I had to learn to slow it down, and we, Millner and Haufen and I talked about this. They're high-speed bits, but what I use them for, and carbon steel to carbon steel, I was forced to slow it down. The bit, drill press, and the steel I'm working with. It taught me how to do it. Okay, bit paste. And here we go. Same hole, as you can see, all the way through. Now you notice I didn't have to change the bit speed. It's coming. Okay. And actually, the RPM it's set at now is 3,100 RPM so far. Drill paste, and with that starter hole, it's going right on through. The first hole is the most crucial one, of course. Now, this time it smoked a second, but I was through. You're that close, you're already done with the hole. Now the whole process speeds up a bit because you got the first hole drilled. Yay. Okie doke. Bit out. To the sharpening, well, put on the bench table, a chunk of steel for sharpening later. And I'll show you the video. Okay, next step up. Actually, I mistold you earlier. Not 6-bit step, 5-bit step. The other bit was the one that had a chunk out of it. Sorry about that. We all tend to get ahead of ourselves at times. At least I do. I also looked into some more information on the cartridge filters for back in the day. I think it's from 55 to 68 cartridge filters. We're back on a 265 Chevy V8, so I'll bring this information to you and show you the paperwork and what information I wrote down on this. Between the intake and the thermostat housing on the V8s back then, 55 to 657, I think it is. I can relook at this. They actually had a bracket that bolted between the intake and the thermostat housing for the cartridge filter container to mount it under the thermostat gooseneck there, and the intake itself for the oil filter. I'll bring more information to you on another video. I'll do that when it's warm. I get in the house and I can sit down and stay warm to tell you about this. But on to this now. Just want to bring that to your attention briefly. Whoops, okay. Need to readjust the table. That should do it. More paste. Whatever paste you get on it, but I use it up to every step. Can go up a little higher than that. I went a little too low. No biggie. Readjust. That should, whoops. Oh, now too high. It does take time. That should do it. And the wood don't hurt the bit at all. Okay. Now then. Here's where the other step comes in at. We're going to go halfway down. Belt off, halfway down, which will put it from 3100 RPM to 1720 RPM. Bigger the bit, the slower we're going to go. Tighten her up, and you will see the difference, because I'm not going to chunk any more of my bits. This is the way I'll be doing it, using these bits with carbon steel, or carbon to carbon. And here we go. You can hear the RPM difference. And the slower the speed, the no harmonics or the vibration. Initial start, we're doing good. What vibration you did here, 2x4 top, tabletop device, and the angle iron can move a little bit up and down. Altogether, it goes into the bit, but it works. So let's lower the RPM down just a little bit. Might be just one step too much. Take all the vibration out, see what happens if you can. So let's see what we got here. Let's go back to where we was. Still cutting and almost through, but I want to see something here. Till we get all the way to the 1/2 inch, we may stay at a lower RPM, but I can step up. That's where the metal shape is coming from. Okay. Let's see what we got. I may have to bump her up one. Let's see what we got. Good. Let's take her up one. From 620 to 2340. Okay. Some of it varies a bit. Paste. Oh yeah, eBay, $9 if I didn't mention a price earlier. Yeah, that's going to be the next you'll learn on that one. No smoke. That's a plus. That's a good RPM to run it at. You're not building any heat. Heat fast anyway. Let's see what we got. We're through. Sawdust. Sawdust is a good sign, at least in this case. Some cases sawdust is not a good sign pertaining to motors and differentials. Long story, I'll tell you another time if I don't forget about it. It's not right, but it's been done. Drill bit tip is in great shape. Okay, over to the sharpening table. Next. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Bring the tabletop up. Some. That should do it. That'll work. See what we got. We got to go a little higher on the speed on this one. Next step up on the speed adjustment. Okay, we've gone 620. We've done 3100. Now we're going to the 1720. Sawdust. We're good. It'd probably be easier to tell you that so you start getting harmonics or vibration of drill bit, slow it down. Okie doke. Let's see what we got here. All right, let me check here. I'm going to swap out a drill bit and go to the, if I can see it for you on this one, 5/32. So you see sawdust, you can stop. Unfortunately, the wood don't take the harmonics of vibration out of it. But you don't have to worry about the hole in this table because you're not going to be going that deep, 2 inches, drilling this carbon steel. Oops. Okay. Oops. Well, not quite high enough. Or low enough, I should say. That should do it. Anytime doing this process, you can hop out bits, go different size, whatever it takes. Because I try to stay with specifics, and sometimes they don't work for me either. Paste is on, and here we go. Let's see what we got for right now. Nope. You heard that. Nope. Slow it down. Slow the bad boy down. Yeah, we're going to drop her all the way back down to the lowest speed, 620. See what we got. Still got paste on it. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that slow speed. As you can see, she works like a dream. Pour paste, and by the looks of it, we go right on through. Yeah, it takes paste. At least that's what I'm using. I'll always use this paste. There's extra security on the bits. No smoke or sawdust. That's what we want. We got it. Sharpening table. Now let's see how close I am to being right here. Okay. All right, last bit. I'll go over the bit step again because I got it turned around a little bit. It happens. No damage, no harm done. And the process sizes I use. Slow as she can go. Okay. Here we go. No smoke, but I already used the paste because I'm stopping. Sawdust, we're good. Okay. Here's what we've got. On the other side, I'm going to show you this hole. There are some serious cutting edges here. Be extremely careful. That'll cut to the bone if they're big enough. That's razor sharp. So give me just a second here. I'm going to dull this down real quick. Oh yeah. Super smooth now. We're good. Okay. Those safety goggles will come off. This light can go off. There's the hole. It's a process, but I got the hole I want. Now, we're going to do a little review on the bits. And adjust by the RPM and the harmonics. Give or take a little here and there. To get some of the stuff put up. Need some room. Okay. Let's get this turned around. Here's the review on the drill bit sizes I used, and at the shows or by internet or phone, you can get a center punch with a kit or buy it separately from the kit. I just happen to have a handful of these center punches, but you can get them at the shows or at the store. Millner Haufen, that is. Okay, variable speeds. I read them off to you. Give or take a little bit. Slow as you can go, at least I do. First bit I use to get everything started is the 1/8. I'll leave these out. I'm just doing this for the size. That's to start with. Next size up. Here, I'll do it that way. 7/32. 5/16. 11/32. Okay. 13/32. Okay, where's that to my half? See if I can see this one. And of the half. 2, 4, 6 steps. And as I said, where's it at? Equivalent to a step bit. Here's a bullet end, and a blunt point. I'm going to make this one look like this one. And I'm going to send a few bits back because they're chipped, but that's not a problem. So everyone stay safe, stay healthy, keep the drill bits turning, variable speed, drill bit paste, cutting paste, adjust your drill, press or hand drill, and step up bits, step up the speed. So happy hole cutting drilling. And thanks everyone once again. like, subscribe, information, education, helpful hints, what you would like to see I could do, and subscribe, notification bell, and everyone have all the upcoming holidays a safe and blessed one. Stay healthy, stay safe, everyone. Thanks a lot for everything. I really appreciate it. Mike Hal's Shopping Garage, Maniacal S10, or Maniacal S10 Shopping Garage, saying thanks for everything, and your following, and your subscribing. Have a great one, everyone. Thanks a lot. Bye.